and welcome to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't done so, please consider. It's all free. Right, today the video is about growing mushrooms at home made easy. Without without pressure cooker and without laminar flow hood. Right, I'm using microwave, simple microwave. Right, I developed a method which at the moment works to about 99%, where I sterilize in the microwave using a baby bottle sterilizer. I got it free from Friegel. I modified a little bit. I took some of the holders, dividers off, and yeah, it works great. So growing mushrooms at home becomes more and more popular. Hence I'm selling my grain spawn. It's a medley, and I'll leave a link in the description where you can get it from eBay. I do several species, several strains. Here, one of them which I'm going in the moment is the reishi. Looking very good. And yeah, so it took quite a lot of attempts to get this working right, and now it's working. So right, yeah, this time I'm growing King Pearl hybrid. So I never grown this before, so that's why it's making the test, just one bag. And yeah, right, what do we need? We need a large bucket for mixing, and I got some oak pellets, and I got these ones 100% oak mushroom growing pellets. There's a 5 kilogram bag, and it was about 18 pounds. Not the cheapest, but I wanted something which I can rely on. You can get cheaper ones, but then you might have to find out what's actually in them. Have they got fillers in them or glue? Or, you don't know. So I opted for this one. Then, of course, we got the grain spawn, and I got some wheat bran. I will supplement around about 10%, and I got some gypsum. Optional, they're all optional supplementation. I will use about 4%, and roughly about 10% of the wheat bran is optional. You don't have to supplement. You can go up to about 19% with the wheat bran, but then the more you use, the higher the chance becomes of contamination. And so that's why I'm keeping it around about 10%, give or take. As I say, it's not, I don't want a huge yield. I'm not going for the yield. I want to see if I can grow them, and that's the purpose of it. So I'm not after high yields. So, and of course you need a grow bag, a large grow bag. There you go, with the patch on it so we can breathe. And I'm using a cup, a large cup. So I'm using the amount I'm using is customized to fitting into my sterilizer. So, but the ratios will work in any model. So I will use three cups, 3 full cups of pellets and 3.5 cups of boiling water. So you can upscale it so it will work with any cup, whatever. That ratio works really well. And even if you put more wheat bran in, you don't have to add more water. So you don't want to make it too moist. So okay, we're gonna get started by boiling some water. Right, here I weighed up about 100 grams of wheat bran. It's just over 10%, and 33 grams of gypsum, which I'm just gonna mix together. I added the 3 cups of pellets and 3.5 cups of boiling water. I just let it just sit there for a minute, and then I'll start stirring it and getting it all soaked through. Right, so now we're just gonna add the wheat bran and the gypsum. There we go. Let me just mix it all up. All right. Then you tell you the next step. Right, it's all mixed up, and now we're just gonna put it into the bag. Very easy, very simple. Right. Stay tuned. What you can do is to make sure you have the right moisture is if you squeeze it really hard. It stays formed, but there's no drops coming out. There's nothing, no water running down my fingers. So and that's a good indication that you have the right amount of moisture. There it is. Bag is filled, and I'm just going to fold it and secure it with a piece of tape in the bottom, and then we sterilize it. Alright, stay tuned. Right, here we have it, nice and compact, nice block. And so, right, let's do the next step. Let's get it sterilized. Right, you just add a little bit of water like you would sterilize baby bottles, and then fit the top on. Let's see if we can right, let's get the top. So it just fits. Just fits. Right, let's put it into the microwave. There you go. Do on full power for about 20-30 minutes. So let's put it on 30 minutes. There we go. And I'll bring it back in a minute. Right, this is finished, and now it's just a matter of letting it cool down, and then the next step, come back tomorrow and we're going to put this in. Right, something to explain here, because I'm only making 1 bag, so half a bag of this one would be sufficient, but as I only make 1 bag, I will put all of it in there. I tried it once, then use half a bag and put half a bag into the fridge, then reuse it after a while, and it did not work. I had loads of mold coming through. So if you use it all, or if you have 2 bags, split it in 2. But I would not recommend to use half, put half back in the fridge, and then use it at a later date. For some reason, I don't know, contaminants getting inside. So I only had bad experience with it, but you can try if you want. I'm only passing on my experience. So right, so we see you tomorrow, and gonna inoculate. So I mean, I want to say, if you would do the process in the morning, you could do the whole process in a day. You sterilize and inoculate. So okay, then we see you in the morning tomorrow. Hello and welcome back. Right, this is the next day and the block is ready. Cool down. We got the grain spawn, but I also have an impulse sealer. You don't need one. You can use a cable tie or a piece of string. It doesn't matter. I just need to have one because of my grain spawn, so I can seal the grain spawn which I'm selling, so it's not necessary. So right, next step is to inoculate the substrate. So okay, I'll put you down somewhere. Shouldn't take too long. Right, I'm going to put you down somewhere, and then as you can hear, I got the extractor fan running. So instead of a laminar flow hood, I'm using a electric fan on full power, and I switch it on about 5 minutes before I do any work here, and I just put like a plate there or tray or whatever. And so yeah, at the moment my method has 99.9 success rate. If anyone has a 100% success rate, I want to know about it, because 100% success rate in the mushroom industry is virtually unheard of. Well, I never heard of. Even the commercial growers, they all one way or another, they have some issues with contamination or bacteria or some sort. So 99.9% it works for me. Right, so the first thing we need to do is put it down. Right, I do recommend to use gloves. This part has to be as sterile as possible, so I got some 70% alcohol. If you haven't got any, you can use antibacterial gel, spray, that should work. So, right, let's get going. Rub it in nicely. Right. Now I'm going to spray the bag. Get some cloth. You keep it as low tech as possible, because you don't need to spend loads of money to grow some mushrooms. scissors. All right. Let's go a little bit higher. Right. What I do is snip it off, and I'm going to put the whole bag in it. Seal it up. So now you got two choices. You can just mix it up, or what you can do is you can put some grooves in the side and just let it run down there. Do the whole four sides. Because the grain is already colonized, so any contamination from above is very unlikely. Or you can mix up the whole bag. So I usually do it like that until I can see it starts colonizing the substrate, and then I mix it. It could be a few days, a day, two, few days, depends. Right, we're just going to get the marker pen. And just write down what the mushroom is. You can even put the date if you want. So we just put there, King Pearl, KP. I can put the date down and place it. 21st, 5. So there you go. And I find that very low tech without investing a lot of money. And yeah, so no laminar flowhood, no pressure cooker. If you have a pressure cooker, fair enough. So, but not many people have a laminar flowhood, and I'm not going to invest one, because the only thing what I do is grain spawn. And my mushrooms, as you can see in the top there, the reishi, growing very well. So sure, nearly everyone has a microwave. I mean, to get I got the baby sterilizer, baby bottle sterilizer for free on Freegal. So there was not much cost involved. I mean, the only thing is you have to get your grow bags. Or if you do oysters, you can do it in a bucket. So one of the next project also going to be is growing lion's mane in a bucket. I've seen a video on it, and I'm going to try to replicate it. So that'd be another video. Well, I hope you found this useful. Any questions? Put them in the comments below. Any suggestions? Put them in the comments. I'm always keen to learn, to try new things. And I will post updates on how we get on with the King Pearl, because as I said, I never grew them before. It's a hybrid. So I'm excited, and we see you on the update. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye bye.